Hello? Happy Friday! It's Friday. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Henry? No, I totally hit the go live button and then I was like, fuck, it's the wrong game. Hi, Alyssa. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hello, Velcro. Velcro's ready. Today's drink is water, cause I've got a little bit of an upset tummy, just a little bit. My dermatologist gave me new meds, to try and fight the face demons, but I might tell her we have to try something else, cause you know, excuse me, I would rather have some face demons than be nauseous all day. You feel me? Nausea is one of my least favorite symptoms ever. And this medication just it's like low grade, but it's still just like long-term low grade nausea. And I hate it. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. I will feel better once I stop taking these meds. So you know, I'm probably gonna stop over the weekend and then call her on Monday and be like, hello. We tried, but I really, really would prefer a settled stomach, you know what I mean? I hear that bitch Dahlia is up to her old tricks. That bitch. Yup. Yeah, she is. But we gotta... Apparently... Was it Henry who was like, give her a chance? I don't know. Somebody last stream was like, no, you'll get it. And I'm like, okay. Alright, maybe. Who knows? Hi, Aqua. Welcome. Good to see you. I hope you had a good week. I hope everybody had a good week. Henry says, ha! I do not... Who was it? Somebody said to give her a chance. Oh, Tuxedo Sam. I love Tuxedo Sam. She's pretty, but she's evil. That's how she gets away with being evil, is because she's pretty. Where is my game? There it is. Ugh. No, but I'm drinking my water. Honestly, I have half a mind to order a ginger beer or like a pack of ginger beer, because that usually helps. I had some peppermint. I had some peppermint shortly after I took those meds. But I think I need the ginger. I think the ginger needs to come in clutch. I probably should just get like a box of ginger tea, like little tea bags, just to keep on hand. I do not give harlots a chance. No. Not harlots who have had multiple people murdered. Nah. The drag performer. Oh yeah, because there was that Dahlia drag performer. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love me some... You know, honestly, it's growing on me. I really only started drinking it to help with digestion issues, but like, I'm coming around to it. I mean, I like me a fizzy beverage, and I feel like the fizz kind of helps. I'll mix it with some hibiscus, and it helps quell the medicinal quality of it all. Yeah, I might have to get me a little ginger beer. See, if I could, after stream, I would, but everything fucking closes so early, and it's... I was talking with a friend about this. A friend of mine from out of town came in, and we had, we went to a boba tea shop, and we were talking about, because we're both, like, night people, just because, like, it's quieter, you know, it's not as much light, it's less, like, overstimulating, but, like, man, we don't even have the 24-hour Walmart anymore. The only thing that's open after fucking 10 p.m. is, like, Whataburger. You know, and I love me some Whataburger, but I don't think Whataburger has ginger beer. Right? Why does everything close at 8 o'clock? It's ridiculous. I mean, I get you need people to work those hours, and if you're gonna be paid peanuts... I wouldn't work late either. If we paid people a living wage and had people who were night owls working, it would help. What's it gonna take for Dahlia to be the one on the... I don't know. We'll have to find out, I guess. Damn. You know, I don't have ginger beer, but I do have, like... I've got fizzy drink. I've got Dr. Pepper. Because I know, like, I don't know if anybody else's mother had them drink, it was Coke specifically, but like something fizzy, Coke, ginger ale. I mean, ginger ale, I don't know, did it still have ginger in it in the 90s, or was it all artificial flavoring by that point? Sprite, okay, yeah, that's a big thing in Ireland. Sprite, apparently, flat Sprite specifically, cures everything in Ireland. Hi, Rita! Welcome! Did you post pictures of your new hair color yet? I wanna see! Pillow's like, ew, flat Sprite! No, I like the fizzy. I don't have Sprite. What do I have in the fridge? I have Diet Coke, and I have, Dr. Pepper Zero. Ginger ale and Sprite cures all ailments, according to Boomer Gen X women. Well, I guess so. That and Vicks. Fucking Vicks Vapor Rub and, like, ginger ale and Sprite. Yup. There was, when my grandmother, she kept saying, there was this thing called the brat diet when you had an upset stomach. She kept saying, brat diet, brat diet. Brat is bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. Brat, B-R-A-T. So apparently when you have upset tummy, but you need to, like, eat something, those things are easy on your digestive system. I could make some toast after stream. I do have toast. No, not lots of fiber, less fiber. Because lots of fiber will make your stomach more upset. Because, like... So, I mean, I guess bananas and applesauce would have more fiber than rice and toast. Well, I mean, I think it's white rice and white toast. So it's less fiber. And it's easier on the stomach. Nah, no, brat was not, that was not the, can you imagine? You only get those 4 things because you're being a shithead. You're being a brat. That's all you get to eat. Okay, you haven't posted it yet. I'm excited to see. Speaking of hair color, I did some filming for the Hello Project Showcase Mecha Summer Camp. That's tomorrow, actually. I will post a link in the Discord server, but Idol Showcase going on tomorrow, Mecha Summer Camp, all Hello Project. And I did some filming, and I did some filming at the pool. And after I finished filming, I was like, let's just have some swimming time. And I forgot that chlorine really fucks with pastel hair color. So I just raw dogged the swimming pool with my pastel pink hair, and then I washed it, and like all of the pink is gone. I'm a white-haired anime boy right now. It's giving Kakashi. It's giving Queefrey from Witch Hat Altier. It's giving white-haired anime boy, but I was gonna, like, re-dye my hair before Ken Kaneki! Yeah, it's giving Ken Kaneki. But I have more hair dye, and I was gonna re-dye it before Otakon anyway. It's just, I'm gonna have to get me a swim cap. Because I want to swim more this summer. I want to play mermaids in the pool. But I don't have that indestructible neon hair dye like I used to, so I have to be more considerate on my hair. Oh, Alyssa says the ginger ale's been artificial for a while. Yeah. Unless you buy like one of them fancy bougie expensive brands. My stylist was very insistent on no swimming and said to use a hair cap if I absolutely had to. I do not have one. No, I broke that rule. I was so used to that neon pink that would never come out of my hair, and I fucked it up, but that's okay because I have more dye. Although I'm probably not going to dye it this coming week. I'm probably going to wait until after August 1st, then re-dye it so that it will be good for Otakon. No, I'm telling you, that neon pink that I had, that thing is notorious for being very difficult to remove. That was the only thing. Like, that was what that particular color was known for. It was the Iro 310 neon pink. Like, even color remover wouldn't take it out. Like, I had to re-bleach, my ends with like a 20 developer to get that neon pink out so I could change it. Yeah, Iro is good. They have a neon purple because I know you're a purple person. The neon purple isn't quite as indestructible as the neon pink, but it's still, it takes to my partner's hair very well, and they have that thick, dark Asian hair. So that tends to work pretty well. That, or there's a brand, Argan Oil, I think it's called. They have a purple that's good. Colossal Con! Honestly, if you have the time, hopefully you'll have some time to go swimming. But whenever I do conventions at the Kalahari, I never have time to go swimming. Ever. Which is a pain in the butt. But hopefully y'all will have some time. Let's see. The brands I buy still have real ginger. Yeah, no, like, there are some that still do, but, like, the commercially, like, most available brands, like, fucking Canada, I'ma say it, third time's the charm. Canada Dry and, Schweppes. I think they just have the teeny tiniest bit of ginger extract. Like, it's not It's not the vibe. I think the brand I get is called Fever Tree. Fever Tree. Never done Colossal Con, maybe one day. I mean, they have it in multiple locations all over the country. Although I don't think they have a West Coast one. Because they have Colossal Con, which is in Ohio, like Colossal Con, like the primary one. Then they have Colossal Con East on the East Coast. Colossal Con South, or Colossal Con Texas, in Texas. And then there's one on like a fucking cruise ship, I think. Or there was before the pandemic. But there's at least 3 branches of Colossal Con. So. Oh, the After Hours Water Park Rave. That sounds fun. Yippee! I don't know if my partner will get wrangled into DJing that again, but we'll see. Canada Dry yummy, but there's better ginger. Yeah, no, honestly, if I don't need it for digestion and I just want a tasty drink, you know, whenever I go on airplanes, I get ginger ale. Where is my game? I loaded it. There it is. No, if I'm on an airplane and they're like, what would you like to drink? And I'm like, ginger ale. I don't know why, but like as a kid, I was always like, ginger ale is the thing you drink on airplanes. That's what you do. You get a ginger ale. Maybe because it was fizzy and it made me feel fancy. Probably. Okay. I need... So we finished the first round of investigation last time, and now it's courtroom time. Oh, let me make sure I have a guide on deck in case I get stuck. It will be minimized, but I want to make sure I have it so I don't have to go searching in the middle of stream. Coke or Sprite or tea. I don't know. I'm kind of a tea snob. These titles are so long. Maybe? So we did this. Oh, and I guess since it went terribly, oh no! I'm so sorry. That makes me sad. Why was it terrible? Well, why were they wasting your time if they didn't think you were a good fit? Why keep you there? That seems rude. That seems very rude. To me. Personally. But, you know, that's just my opinion. So... close that. Go away. Oh! Why? Why would you do that? That's awful! Oh, I need to change that. Science? What science of baristas is there? What? Science. Bah! That seems silly. Okay. There we go. That is much less shit. Okay. I have to make sure my layout is correct. Okay, where'd the game go? Game go there. They're grilling you on machines? That's crazy. There we go. Okay, so let me add. I'm gonna add the chat back because y'all said y'all liked that. Your favorite snarky bastard, Maya. Is Maya gonna be with Edgeworth? Hold on, I'm gonna. Oops. Ah. There we go. Just keep it up there. Yeah, that'll do it. Maya is a snarky bastard, but we love her. Okay! Let's do it to it, people. So, what happened last time? So, yes, Edgeworth is on defense. So, Phoneix went to this retreat with Maya and Pearl. And Maya went to go do this training in the middle of the night. But the suspension bridge caught fire. And Phoneix was like, oh no, Maya's across the bridge. She's gonna get stuck over there if I don't go save her. And his dumbass went to run across the burning bridge, fell into the river, and now he's in the hospital. So, poor bastard cannot be the defense attorney, so he called upon Edgeworth to help out. Gotta hop! Gotta hop. Ooh, have fun filming your Wotage project. I will be excited to see that. Well, have a good time filming and have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for popping by, Rena. The victim is a children's book author. What's her name? Dim. God damn it, I don't remember what her name is, but Pearl was very enamored with her. She was this children's book author that was at the temple the same night. And of course we think Dahlia killed her. But Dahlia is admitting to her, or she's like clinging to her innocence. And she goes by the name of Iris as a nun. And we're still trying to like figure out what's going on there. But Edgeworth is acting as defense attorney in Phoneix's stead. So somebody else is going to be on the prosecution. So we got to figure out who. Although the title of the stream may give you a hint as to who that is. So let's go. Hello, Jim. Hello, Bob. Back at it again.
Oh, my. Mr. Loris feels that way about me?
Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not, and in any case, whatever it was he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him. Yeah, Larry was there. Apparently he's an apprentice children's book author and illustrator, and he's got a big fat crush on Iris.
Does that mean Mr. Loris is the witness today?
Of course Larry was there. Larry is always at the scene of the crime. Never fails. No. I believe that nun will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Donim, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well, then.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes?
You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed,
Don't worry, I've made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
She's got some heckin' eyeliner, my guy. Wowee. Iris, it is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. Larry and Old Bag always making reappearances. It's so true. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people and believe until the bitter end. Did I get it? No. There's mosquitoes in here. That is what my friend told me once.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
All right. Here we go. District Courtroom number 7. Who's the judge? Oh, it's Blondie again. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of the Hazakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Hello? Where's the prosecution? The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Not the corn rolls! Oh, God. Yeah, why is a white man in cornrows in court? Indeed. I thought he was just balding and just kept the center sections. Hi, Emily. Welcome. Welcome back. Oh, Larry. Larry. What are we going to do with Larry? I'm not sure I like a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. Oh, shit. Okay. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant. Up! Hello, bitch!
The prosecution stands ready.
Franziska von Karma is back in the building. And you are?
Franziska von Karma, prosecuting prodigy.
Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma.
She's like, fuck that man. Legends are a thing of the past. I am a von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case.
You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? Legendary criminal Manfred von Karma. So fucking true. By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I'm almost certain I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? You look very much like a prosecutor I met once. Yeah, why not change the wardrobe, Edgy? Or slick your hair back, something. I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor. Ms. Von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office.
Ooh. She saw her chance and she fucking took it. He is a different judge, yes. There isn't? Ah!
I told you there is no such weakling.
What is that, a whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Finally, somebody says it. Bailiff, remove that whip. Oh. Oh. Okay, Edgeworth. I have no objection to the whip. Okay, Edgeworth, I see you. I see you. You don't? The prosecution can wield a whip or drink 17 cups of coffee. But there is still only one truth. That is what I stand to prove today.
This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. I had expected to face Phoneix Wright here today.
He's letting his sister keep her stim toy. Honestly, that's what it is. Girl, can you not? Was a fidget spinner not enough? A stress ball? Damn.
But looking at you now, maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers.
I see you brought your flair for the histrionic. Histrionic. Well, that's a $5 word or whatever the fuck it is they say. The siblings are fighting. Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court.
Ah! This stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
Very well. Ms. Von Karma, please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elise Donim. Her body was found in the Hazakura temple courtyard.
He isn't sure about anything. Yeah, well, every judge has their quirks, I guess.
She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene.
Alright, crime photo added to the court record. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Says you. Oh my god, she's tiny! She's itty bitty! Sister Bikini needs a step stool. Or a booster seat.
Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on here. I'm not being sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain-plagued witness. Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please. There we go. I love that her Magatama is pink. That's cute as shit.
Once again, your name and occupation, please.
Little old me? Well, I'm the head nun of Azakura Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it. Bikini! Nice to meet everyone. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. Ah!
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave? No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that. Let us hear what you have to say, then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? Okay, now they're gonna dig into the Canadian accent. Alright, testimony time. That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see, and I needed a long, hot soak. You know, that might be nice later. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it. So it was simply coincidence you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple. Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the inner temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle, are you now, Myers Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination. Okay. The night of the murder. We save. What do we have in the court record before we go? So we have Elise's staff. It's missing the amethyst, but I'm pretty sure there's magic in this bitch. The sword. The hanging scroll of Misty Faye. The hood. Larry's note to Iris. The map. Weather data. The occult magazine. Photo of Elise. Iris's testimony. Autopsy. Wait, how did her body fall 10 feet? That's pretty high. Anyway. And then the crime photo. Okay. I was helping the acolyte with her training. My back likes to act up violently. I left Iris to help the acolyte and return to the temple. But if I remember correctly, Iris didn't leave the temple because of Larry's dumbass note. Rang lights out bell at 10 and then was in her room. Okay, here we go. Larry, you are useful sometimes. Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all. Well, 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 don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I'm a woman of faith, after all, the head honcho of Hazakura Temple. In that case, Ms. Honcho... God damn it. I'd like you to explain something for me. We're so back! Hi there, Allison. Welcome. We are back. We're back with Sister Bikini and Miles Edgeworth. I hope you've been having a lovely Friday. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all. Oh, so are you a little further than me? Okay, interesting. No! She said that?
A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
But that is odd.
Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie. She does indeed have honest eyes. Oh, shut up.
Ah! All people lie. That is my belief.
You are not wrong. The part you're on makes you lose brain cells. There are quite a few instances in these games where I feel like I'm losing brain cells. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means we must call your memory into question.
Dear, dear, dear. You're older than me and you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that isn't exactly what I...
My memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in winter.
Then I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you're going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show a more decisive piece of evidence. Okay, so I'm going to save. Because we going to have to figure out which piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. And let us return to the cross-examination. That night, I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. Was she? Hold on. No bath at the inner temple. Okay, so that's... this is the only new statement that we have. So we've got... the hood! Because didn't she give that to Phoneix? Because he went to the bathroom at, like, close to 10 and they bumped into each other in the hall. And then she gave him... yeah, receive before the lights out bell. Hood. Let's go for it. Ha ha ha! There we go. Witness, let's get one thing straight. Or gay. The defendant whom you claim to have met. She was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct? Of course! That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute. Hold it right there. Why do you have that? That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Ms. Von Karma? I'll have you know this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights out bell was rung. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood. Well, well, well. Look at her on the milk crate. That's so funny. It's not a bad feeling at all exposing contradictions like this. Maybe it's time for a change of occupation, eh, Edgeworth? Now I understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. Be very shocked, Franziska! Not the whip.
Sister! This hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you?
Spares? Well,
I do tend to make too many of them.
I see. A stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh? Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owned. Then this is quite strange. Ah!
If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There is no contradiction here.
I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness, while I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, we have a few Canadians in this chat. Some don't mind it, some hate it. Hello, Darker Eye. Happy Friday. I'm doing okay. I'm feeling better. I had an upset stomach earlier, but I've been sipping my water and I feel better. I hope you are doing well as well today. You must give every detail with precision. I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Everybody in this game is a stereotype.
Sister, you shall continue with your testimony.
Not the aboot.
Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. Must be from Manitoba! God damn it. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. Ew, saucy. At your Nana's house. Listen, I love a trip to grandmother's house. Or I did while she was alive. I finished my bath around 11 and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and Iris was... Oh, Mystic Elise! And with that sword of all things... Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Oh, that's why she fell 10 feet. You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Ms. Von Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and as creative as Detective Gumshoe. Speaking of Gumshoe, where is my man's? Oh, and I love a trip to the park, too. Hopefully it's not too hot where you are.
I would look the fool if I had commented on such foolishness.
The foolish fools who think foolishly.
Anyways, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? The girls are fighting. A story? Was it inspired by your time at the park? I had inspiration to write a story, but I have too much shit going on to have time to do that. Oh, the OG judge comes back in investigations. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. We cross-examine. Finished my bath around 11. Thought I should return. Oops. Okay, well, we'll save first. And then... Tell me a little more. How far is it from your room to the inner temple? Let me think a moment. She's a liar! Strike that from the record. That's funny. About 20 minutes on these stumps of mine. Stumps, this poor lady. It's about 15 minutes to Dusky Bridge from Hazakura Temple. The inner temple is just beyond the bridge. Still, you never made it back there that night, did you? That's right. I was heading along the walkway toward the main hall. Not fantasy dwarves. I like a dwarf, though. As I was walking back, I heard a noise. You say you heard a noise? Thump! Just like that. That could only be the sound of the victim falling. It's very quiet in the temple, you know. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Elves are overrated. I don't know, I like elves too. But honestly, dwarves are they're more entertaining. They're more fun than an elf, I think. Do you have mystical creatures in your story, Darkrai? Thump! Just like that. But then couldn't this noise you heard have been the snow falling to the ground? I never thought of that. She's almost as bad as Mo. No, not you two. No, everybody stop ho-hoing and ha-haing. The next one to laugh gets a whipping. I agree. That's the one time I agree with the whip, Francisco.
Oh, the mosquito's gonna get you, Velcro. What are you gonna do?
Well, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over at the courtyard and... The old people are having fun. Leave them alone. All right. Okay, Iris and Mystic Elise. What? Not that. This. This is the second time the witness has testified to seeing the defendant. But some doubt remains in these claims. Hey, just what does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to... The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword. Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it was you saw, as clearly as you can. Oh, that's okay, Darkrai. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night. We'll see you next time. Well, you are a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Ooh, enjoy the movie. Have fun. Oh, now that you mention it, there was something awfully strange about her. Something that's been bugging me all this time. What was it? Please don't keep us in suspense. Her hood! Her hood? That's right. It's coming back to me. Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood. I thought we cleared this up. I thought she fell after dying according to the autopsy, but didn't she say she fell before? We'll check that. We'll double check that. I thought something was out of place, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she'd given that hood away to someone, right? Yikes.
Huh. You've dug your own grave, Miles Edgeverse.
Oh, is it important? I mean, we already went over this. Why are we going over it again? Hang on. The old people are forgetful. I don't know. I don't want to fall into Francisca's trap. Nah. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that's not gonna end well for us, so let's redirect. This line of questioning is only going to tear the wound open further. These statements are as useless as the investigations of a certain detective. Ow! Poor Gummy. There's no need to record them. Very well. Please continue with your testimony. Okay. All right. Miss Diggley's was staying into the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of the window. Okay, so let's talk about Henry's theory here. Where's the autopsy? Time 10 to 11 p.m. Cause loss of blood from stab in back. Body fell 10 feet after the death. So there's a contradiction right there. Let's go for it. Aha! Good thinking, Henry. Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say, anyway. Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter. The fact that there's a prosecutor named Clavier is hilarious, because that just means piano in German. However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Ms. Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report? Oh, he's a musician. Okay, that makes sense.
The autopsy report?
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. It's so interesting how we can figure out, like, if it was before or after. That's crazy. Haha! Sweating, are we? What's up, Astro Dude? Welcome. Oh, well, that's a missed opportunity playing guitar and not the piano. Oh, well. That's right. It says after death right here. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. I swear to God, if this mosquito... Leave me alone. Okay. No bites. No mosquito bites. Maybe the brain would have shown... Oh. That would be... I would love a documentary about how, like, coroners do their job. Or forensic scientists, I guess is what I'm looking for. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Order! Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Oh, forensic files. I haven't seen that in a while. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
You have to observe that in the flesh, pun intended. Ha, 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 ha. Very funny. Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Donim's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Ms. Von Karma, was there any blood? Ah!
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your whip has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. How dare you, not the beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then your claim that,
I am sure there is no need for me to go over this, as I am sure your honor is well aware of when a stab wound produces the most blood.
Right? Not the face. I feel like, oh god, there would be like bruises and shit. Owie. She obviously did not get any therapy during her time off. When it produces the most blood?
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. The Winnipeg Jets, alright. That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then. The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions.
She's got that Y2K frosty lipstick. Cunt. Order, order, order! I must admit that this is a probable version of events. I'd expect no less from Franziska von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. It seems that we need a clearer testimony from the witness. God damn it, okay. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please remain standing on the crate. Can she not have a chair? I know it's called the witness stand, but I've seen chairs on witness stands in other dramas. This lady has a bad back. Accommodate her. Don't go selling me short now. Fun fact, Bikini was made short in order to fit her sprites on the original GBA cartridge. I kind of love that. That's hilarious. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape. Especially my back and my mood. I feel that. I do get grumpy when it's cold.
Sister, please give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
Well, that's nice. With the whip? God damn it, Miles. Quit airing out your kinks for the courtroom. Oh boy. All right, all right. Yeah, humidity, moisture. Too much moisture is not fun. Further details. When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. What if she was trying to remove the sword? What if she didn't kill her, she just found her? I've never seen so much blood before. Yeah, see, Iris was trying to remove it. Even though technically you probably shouldn't do that and you should call a medic first. But like, maybe she didn't know that. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I awoke, Mystic... Bitch said Mystic... Oh, Mystic Ami, the statue. Right. Okay. When I awoke, Mystic Ami was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. This all confirms Ms. Von Karma's theory.
Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeverse.
Perfection is an impossibility, Franziska von Karma. Yeah, I know Ami is from hundreds of years ago. I was like, wait, what the fuck? And then I remembered she was a statue. It's been a long day. And I'm here to teach you just that. Alright, cross-examination time. The sword was already in place. Okay, we save. Thinking about it, I didn't actually see her. Okay, let's talk about it. Talk about it. Think carefully. This is very important. It's Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeverse. Well, that didn't do much. I've never seen so much blood before. Okay, that has to be something, because that means the blade was being taken out, right? So, you're saying you saw the victim's blood? That's right! Some of it had splattered onto Iris, too!
When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room. And her blood-flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
What? Her clothes were blood-flecked as well. That seems quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Press this point further? Well, you know what we always say. When it asks to press further, we go for it. So I saved, and we're gonna go for it. Going back to your previous statement, you said you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding.
Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw.
What did you see?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed. But I saw the girl pull the sword out of her plain as day.
Well, that's different, Sister Bikini. Pulling the sword out. Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out. Witness, you will add this statement to your testimony. Oh, was that important? Yes, bitch. More important than you can imagine. Alright, here we go. I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt was smoothly. How can you smoothly pull that bitch out? It's got multiple blades. Branches and shit. Yeah, let's look at the blade. The apparent murder weapon has the victim's blood and the suspect's fingerprints. She said it was pushed into the hilt, but there's only blood on the end. Huh. Is that her last statement? No. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I awoke, Mystic Ami was stabbing Mystic Elise in the back. Okay. Wait a minute. But then how... If the sword was pulled out, why was it pushed back in? That's gruesome. Okay, let's talk about it. Smoothly, you say? You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out. That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mystic Ami. How to pull out a sword with branches? The answer is you can't. Well, we got to figure this out, man. Mystic Elise was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. This is quite gruesome, actually. It slid out from that gaping wound! Oh! It goes without saying, if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here.
Is that really the case? Oh? Should I have presented something there? I can't help feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. Something which couldn't have possibly happened. You couldn't pull that sword out. Okay, we're gonna present the sword. Hold on. How could you? Like, no. Let's talk about it. Ha 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 ha! There we go. Okay, Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here. You can't pull that bitch out smoothly. No, I don't think so. God, I feel so bad for this lady. What a gruesome way to die. What do you mean? You make it sound as though as I'm a liar. I don't think you're a liar, Sister Bikini. I just think you've been bamboozled. What is she, King Arthur? For real. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you.
What contradictions are you talking about?
I think Pillow was referring to Iris, but alright. In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. Did I mean to rhyme? Maybe not. Sometimes I just happen to do that. I grew up reading Robert Frost. Rhyming is just a part of... Oh. Allison did. Alright. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. Tell him, Edgy. What do you mean? Please explain
Explain yourself.
To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear to be strong enough for that.
Doesn't appear? What meaningless dribble?
Do you mean drivel?
I, too, may appear to be weak and frail. But I can crush men under my heel and make them weep. So should I choose.
The objection stands. I wept a little back there, I must admit. That isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body, up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly.
That's...
We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. My man, let's go.
That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with the shichishito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop the blood loss.
I object. I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. Oh, okay. We already destroyed your weak ego and justice for all, Francisca. So true. You've still got more? Baby, I'm just getting started. This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, yeah, where's the blood on the rest of it, bitch? Why is there only blood on the tip of it? I called it. Ah! If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. No! Order ah!
Bravo, Myers Edgeverse. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. Oh, the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
But what does this all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer.
And that is?
The weapon used to kill the victim was not the Shichishito. Ah, and the courtroom goes nuts.
A foolishly foolish idea born from the foolish mind of a foolhardy foolish fool.
There's my girl. That's what I was looking for. Take a shot every time she says fool. He is the son of a defense attorney. He is. Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon?
Well,
it's because Mystic Army was holding it. Exactly. However, that bitch is a statue. If you reflect on this, that this is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the Shichishito was the murder weapon. Order! Order! Ah!
so maybe the Shichishito was not the murder weapon. Even if that is the case, it changes nothing, Myers Edgeverse. The sister here...
I got it! Sorry. That mosquito had been buzzing around this whole stream, but I got it. Okay.
The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That is true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. Oh, posture checked. Listen, I swell up like a balloon when mosquitoes bite me, so yes, I am going to celebrate when I smoosh, smash, when one of them gets smooshed. Anyway, thank you for the posture check, Henry. Ugh. Oi, my neck. Whew. Okay. Alright, answer the question. The obvious question? Yes. Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? You're gonna fall off if you keep... Woo, there she goes. Velcro's over here rolling on the edge of the bed. Don't fall off, kitty. It goes... Now I got cat hair everywhere. It goes without saying, the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. Velcro is much better. Her eye is pretty much back to normal. So, no more cone, no more oral medication. I'm just applying ointment once a day. And she should be good to go. By Sunday, at least.
Thank you for checking on her. She's doing well.
We went and met a new kitty cat on Wednesday evening. So we're gonna see, we have to fill out the adoption application. And then if the board approves of us as adopters, then Velcro might have a new sibling soon. Eee! So, anyway. That's exciting, but we'll see. That'll probably happen after Otakon. Anyway. Sits! Answer the question, Ms. Von Karma. Oh god, not a mosquito bite near the eye. Alyssa says, I was gonna say you fool at the end of that. Fools, foolishly foolish fools who fool around foolishly.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. I forgot about the crystal from Elise's staff. Where did it go? Excuse me, could I say something? I just remembered something, actually.
What is it, sister?
I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was, it was just over there. What, the thonking noises? That might be my keyboard. Who knows? What exactly are you going on about here? The murder weapon, I mean, maybe. I think I might know where this sword was disposed of. You what? Oh, she's mad. She's big mad.
Well then, I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible! What else? What else could this old woman have seen? Okay, location of the weapon. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks! Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. Oh. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Rouge the Bat took the crystal? God damn it. Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time. Anyone can drive a... can they? Could Maya drive a snowmobile? Could Pearl? Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What with my back and my age, you know. It is warm in here. I need to turn on the fan. That is not your chair. Oh, okay, the mic's back. I accidentally unplugged it. Hello, excuse me. Cat needs to go over there. Kitty cannot have chair. No. Okay. It still counts. All right, all right. You can have that. They could drive a snowmobile. See, every time I hear about snowmobiles, I think of Scooby-Doo. Because they have so many, like... They have, like, snow monsters and shit. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph. Well, bitch. A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazekra Temple and run along all the way to Dusky Bridge.
Alright. Tracks added to the court record.
That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please. Alright. I saw the murder at 11. After asking that it be reported, I went to the main gate. I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated that the snowmobile... Hold on. Let us look at our evidence here. When is Larry gonna show up? They said he was gonna be in court today. Map. Weather data. What did the weather say? Snow, occasional lightning strikes. Okay, so she saw... She said she saw the murder at 11. Oh, probably the next witness? Okay. She said she saw the murder at 11. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. 30 minutes past. Well, could they have gone to the river? I was about to say, with the lightning. And like, would you really go to the bridge to dispose of the murder weapon when the whole bridge was on fucking fire? Also, I feel like Phoneix would have seen it. What else? It doesn't give us a time of when this photo was taken. I feel like the lightning had something to do. Okay, so we know that the snowmobile was used. "15 minutes to walk, but less than 5 using the snowmobile." Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back. That would be 10 minutes? 5 there and 5 back? But we don't know what time she woke up. Well, let's just question her on that. Refresh our memory. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to know. How long were you knocked out for? Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes. If it was 10 minutes, she would have woken up and seen somebody coming back. It is possible to get to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile. I have to concede that is more than enough time. Damn it. Is that all you wish to concede, Myers Edgeworth? Yes. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile. Hold on, okay, let's question this. Let's do a couple more questions before I throw something at him. Hello, Digi Vixen! Welcome, friend! Good to see you! I'm doing okay. I'm doing alright. It's Friday. I have finished most of my major deadlines. Oh, and I am going to sleep so good tonight after stream. I'm gonna honk shoe, real sleepy. It's gonna be great. This case is interesting. I'm still trying to see why we are defending this bitch Dahlia and how she's going under an alias. But, you know, the more we dig, I'm sure the more we'll find out. So it's been interesting so far. I hope you have also been doing well on this Friday evening. As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited. That's it! That's the only one we have! It'll run no matter how much snow falls. Now, you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived? Yes, of course! It was parked in front of the gate. So, she had already gone, discarded the murder weapon, and returned by that time. I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do? Shit. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't know. And when we don't know, we save. I'm gonna save in slot 2. Hang on a second. I don't have enough information. Let's press further. I need answers to every possible doubt. The snowmobile in question, was it still warm at that time? Huh? Huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, eh? Bitch? You started growing tiny baby peppers! I hope they're growing well. See, I thought about doing like a little herb garden on my patio, but I have to see what herbs are cat safe, because Velcro will definitely chew on them. What do you mean, Myers Edgeverse? I'm playing to a slow crowd here. He's giving I'm surrounded by idiots. Lead is not conductive, but gold is highly conductive. Yes, I guess it would depend on the metal. It goes without saying, using a snowmobile will heat its engine. If it was still warm, then it means it was recently used. Ah, I see. I never thought of that. Then we won't know, will we? That's right. I overlooked that too. Of course you did. Then answer the question, please, witness. I don't often go around touching hot engines. Fools! However, now that you mention it, there wasn't any snow on it. Ah, that would mean it's recently used. Snow? Yes, for some reason only the snowmobile wasn't covered in snow. There wasn't any snow on it, curses! It seems highly likely the killer did use the snowmobile then, eh?
How long does it take to get to Duskard Bridge by snowmobile?
Okay, and then she says 15 minutes to walk, less than 5 by using the snowmobile. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle's house. What am I doing? What is the point of this photo? You're making up his IQ. Listen, I just learned that the whole IQ thing was made up by a eugenicist to prove the superiority of white people. So I'm like, you know, maybe we just don't give a fuck about the IQ system. Anything developed by a eugenicist, I don't wanna, no, none of that. Oh, there's something that seems off about... What, you mean the footprints? Footprints? And the gate's wide ass open. not the footprints. Okay, well, let's look at this picture. I mean, the gate's busted open. There's the snowmobile. It's parked by the gate with no snow on it. There's the path that it takes. What if I just present this and see what it does? Oh, they're growing well. How good. One day I will grow something. It is just not this day. Alright. Let's. First off, I'm a save real quick. We save things around here. Let's do it. Something's funny. I just can't quite tell what. So, if we fuck it up, we saved. Oh! Okay. One set of tracks? Is there supposed to be two? Hang on. Okay. Chat is leading me in the right direction. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. Oh, there and back! You're right. You're right. See? This is why I stream this. This is a group effort.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Myers Edgeverse.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks?
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge and those from coming back. Ah! You're right!
You are forgetting one thing, Myers Edgeverse.
What? Franziska doesn't want to use her eyeballs. What am I forgetting?
On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall.
Okay, but didn't the snow stop and then the lightning happened? Where's that weather data?
This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it?
I see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Myers Edgeverse?
Well, I say let's look at the weather data. Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. Well, there should be a contradiction, right? Let's go for it. Okay. The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Ms. Von Karma, that is impossible.
Would you care to explain? Why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction? I fart in your general direction.
I should watch some Monty Python. It's been a while. No need. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge in order to dispose of the murder weapon. The outgoing tracks were erased by snow, or so claims Ms. Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? I will do my best. My guess is the weather data. Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. Weather data says snow to approximately 10:50. The snow did stop. Bingo. Ah! That's okay, Henry. Thanks for hanging out. Sleep well, my friend, and we'll see you on Sunday. If you use your whip to hit people from a distance, I can point my finger in your goddamn direction. Exactly. Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Of course. This means the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. Wait, the what? An Ace Attorney Alice in Wonderland maid cafe? No? Oh my god, can you post it in the Discord server or link it? Holy shit, that sounds right up my alley. Give me my silly men in maid outfits. Now, DigiVixen on YouTube says apparently there's an Ace Attorney Alice in Wonderland maid cafe. Man, I love a themed cafe. One day I will get my ass to Japan and go to a themed cafe. One day it will happen. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped around 10:50. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. Almost Christmas doesn't mean Christmas. I'm getting flashbacks. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Ooh, it's in Shanghai. Listen, the Chinese fans know how to do pop-up events. I'm on Xiaohongshu, it's Chinese, Instagram, I guess. And I keep seeing photos and videos for My Melody themed events, the mermaid anime. Boy. And they also have a Sanrio cafe. I'm telling you, man. Them fandom girlies in China know what the fuck is up. I know. Give me Miles in a maid outfit, please. Alright, we got her. Order! Order! Very well, then. It looks like Ms. Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Ah! It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Myers Edgeverse, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. Listen, the weather's important. Answer me this, then. When is a weather report ever correct? Bitch! No. You've got it all wrong. Hi, Rose. Welcome. How are you doing this Friday evening? This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Ah! Forecast data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. Shut up, girl. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m. It's true. We cannot be totally sure, eh? Do we have another picture after that time? Because if we can prove with photographic evidence that it stopped snowing, we can shut her up. Ooh, what manga were you reading? I have also been reading, but I've been reading books. Although honestly, I should get back to reading some manga. I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. We are chugging along in this here trial. What? How did she pull that off? It had stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. Okay. Do we have a photo? Do we have a photo? Miles, do you see what you put Phoneix through when you do this? I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Ooh, Tokyo Mew. There's new Tokyo Mew Mew manga? That's exciting. The men aren't in maid outfits. Miles is the king of... Oh, the king of hearts. That's cute. Nick is the white rabbit. And Apollo is the March hare. Maya is Alice. Franzi is the queen of hearts. That still sounds pretty excellent. That sounds pretty good. Maya definitely fits Alice. Most definitely. All right, let's find a photo. Let's see. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony.
Ha! You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Myers Edgeverse.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? We need photos. Photos. That's a map. Data. Magazine. What's that? No, that's Larry's photo. Testimony. Autopsy. Crime photo? See? It stopped snowing! Okay, let's go for it. Oh, the Queen of Hearts has to be fancy. Of course, I bet her dress is everything. Let's go for it. Ha! There we go. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right. But proving that is
incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception.
And that is
the victim herself, Miss Elise Donim. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. She has a thorned whip. Of course she does. They couldn't leave the whip out of the design. That's hysterical. Honestly, she does fit the Queen of Hearts. Her foolish fool is very much off with their heads. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph there should be 2 sets of tracks. Haha! When are we gonna get poor Sister Bikini off the stand? I feel like her back should be killing her. Oh god, there goes the whip. Oh, I'm so glad you tuned in for the live stream. I need to put the VOD up for the Idolfest. I know the live stream died like towards the end of the festival, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Just what are you suggesting, Myers Edgeverse?
To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all of the facts point to. I'm pulling it out of my ass, girl. It's alright. Do it, lady! Congratulations on your streak. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Azakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing.
Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow.
Then, when this person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. A true defense attorney pulls random bullshit out of their ass. I guess so. Can I say something? Yes, Bikini.
This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. Well, bitch, why didn't you mention that earlier?
Furthermore, on the night in question, we know the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder.
Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. You know, if this fact had been, like, we just went through all this bullshit, only for the fucking key. God. Man, one step forward, 2 steps back. Jesus Christ. But Iris said she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge. Okay. So she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot. But the bridge was on fire! That sounds right. But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to the temple, I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. Aha! There we go. Oh, you got work tomorrow? Dang, I'm sorry. Well, have a good sleep, Rose, and thank you so much for saying hello. I appreciate it.
You must have just failed to see it, sister.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. But that isn't possible. Good goddamn it. Okay. Order, order in the court. What does this all mean? So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. Is it Larry? Does Larry come in now? I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness. Yes, I've nothing more to add. That's a link to someone posting about it. Thank you! I've told you everything I know. But then that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness, who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. Larry! A witness, huh? Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge that night? I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Larry Butts is that idiot. Unless they had something really important to do. That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really?
You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. But there are, oh, sorry, wrong voice. But there are two things about him that do come to mind. What, that he's dumb, stupid, dumb? And he wanders around a lot? Which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. He would think a snowmobile is incredible.
And the second being,
this individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. This case is cray-cray. This is nuts. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about? Why? It's our good buddy Maurice, aka Larry. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc de Leduc's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, Elise Donim. Her student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell them all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. Yeah, let's not do that. Tokyo Mew Mew, her original name was Ichigo, and they changed it to Zoe. True. Honestly, Mew Mew Power was a mess, but that theme song slapped. Absolutely. He is, after all, an artist. He was, perhaps, searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. I'm at the most mild part of it. Jesus, okay. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
and so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw?
I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom. Summon this youth as a witness immediately, not a youth.
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. We will extract it. Yes, the babaka. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Whew. To be continued. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, yes, we save. Boy, normally... God. Normally, I would continue into trial part 2, but I think I have reached my limit on spoons. Ugh, I'm tired. I am very eepy. I am so sleepy. So, I think what I will do is we will stop here for the night. And then next week, we will do trial part 2. And then the first half of the next investigation. Is that a deal, people? I will make that deal. Oh, I want to be fresh to deal with Larry. Larry is always a pain in my rear. Oh, every time God. He's something else, that Larry. Sleep is more important than Larry. True. True. But we are not done with streams for the week. we are going to be back on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. Central Time. We will be having our Kai Guy Idol watch party. We're going to be catching up. Okay. We're going to be catching up on Kai Guy Idols and all of their programming. So, Godspeed to you, Allison, dealing with Larry. Oh, let's go ahead. We've got, damn, everybody's live right now. Let's go raid Boo Bear, our friend Boo Bear. Boo Bear is playing Fate Trigger. I don't know nothing about no Fate Trigger, but go say hello to Boo Bear for me. Say hi, and we will be back on Sunday with some Kai Guy Idols. So, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out with me tonight. I always enjoy our Ace Attorney time, and we will be fresh and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and be ready for Larry next week. Have a good night and a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye!